welcome to another episode of the Trafford Trinity. I'm here with my man Kiri, very different looking Kiri.
Fuck's sake. Nah, it's been a while since I had a shave, so all of it's come off.
What was the motivation behind it?
Thought I needed a refresh, but I can't lie. I miss my beard a lot.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So we're here today to talk about Man United striker options, obviously with the January transfer window not too far away. I'll go for it, Kiri. What's your take on the striker situation at Man United?
I think right now we need at least two signings. Obviously, the other being a right back, but the main issue is the striker position. Obviously, Ronaldo's now gone. And we've only got Martial and Rashford, kind of, because he did play there as a centre forward, but obviously you've got a different opinion as Rashford as a centre forward.
I'm more than happy with Martial as our main striker, but his injury record this season has been terrible, and I think we might have to do something. But by your point about the academy players, I'm not sure if I can, have much faith in them to do a job for the remainder of the season. It's such a big step up from academy level to the Premier League. So I'd ideally want to. I mean, I know Ten Hag and the staff members, they'll have a better idea of that, but I'm a bit skeptical about that.
But what's the point of academy? The whole point of an academy is to promote youth and slowly inject them into the first team. And take Charlie McNeil, for instance. He's a striker who plays for the under-21s. Right now, he's only played like one game back in September, and that was like 7 minutes coming off the bench when we're losing 1-0 to Real Sociedad or Volcano, one of those teams. Like, at the end of the day, if we don't give him an opportunity now, when does it come along? But I don't mind us getting another player, but I just don't see us with like the current market. The only player I could see coming in is Cody Gakpo, but even then, like all the Glazers willing to splash enough cash before they leave.
I feel like the striker market is so difficult. I feel like good strikers are few and far between these days. What are your thoughts on the idea of us having Martial and Rashford for the rest of the season as like our strikers?
Rashford as a central player. A lot of people don't like him as a central player, but at the end of the day, I mean, he got us a few goals this season as a central player. For the whole season, I think why not interchange him with Martial? I mean, sure, like they could play the same game, or they could just play like keep rotating every game. Martial's injury prone, right? Like playing Martial in addition to Rashford, where we're going to be playing 3 games a week, nearly every week. Why not rotate them?
Rashford, my views on him as a striker, I think is mixed. He's done really well in big games, particularly this season as a striker, when there's more space counter-attacking. I still think, is he that sort of out-and-out finisher that you want as a striker? I'm not so sure. His productivity has definitely improved recently, from this season. But I think he's at his best as a left winger, and I think it's probably better to keep him there. I'm still not fully convinced by him in terms of the finishing aspect. And I think Martial's more of an all-round striker. So, but as a backup striker, definitely, I would have Rashford. Yeah. I think we're both agreed that it's probably best not to jump and do a panic buy in January and to wait out, I guess.
I'm saying get a loan. If you get a
loan, okay.
You get to see what the player does for a certain period of time, and if they're worth buying, we have that option to buy later on.
Unless that player really fits Ten Hag's profile. I mean, I'm not fully convinced by a loan, but at the same time, if Martial's injuries keep persisting, we might actually have to do that. We can't just rely on Rashford as a striker.
Who do you want to get in the market? I mean, we've got Gakpo. Osimhen isn't really an option. We might have Vlahovic because Juventus are in the mud. at the moment financially. Um,
It's tough because it's tough to get players on loan. You know, if you're going to get players these days, particularly strikers who are at such a premium, it's more likely to be like a permanent transfer. So I'm not so sure, man. I can't lie. I think maybe we could exploit the Vlahovic thing. Would they accept a loan? I'm not so sure, but maybe. Um, I'm not sure how much you'll disrupt Ten Hag's sort of system. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. But at the end of the day, if we need goals, we need goals. We haven't scored enough goals this season.
so we've scored 20 goals from 14 games.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
shocking. That's in a team with Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen. Like we should be doing a lot better than that.
And I think we have been creating the chances, but um,
Yeah,
we, I mean, Rashford should have a lot more goals. Let's be
that's
real.
the thing.
Like,
That's the thing.
he scored 8 goals when he could be scoring 16 if he
Hundred
took his
percent.
chances away.
You should.
He's scoring goals in the World Cup against teams that haven't really had time to play together and don't really have much competitive edge because of that. When he comes back, the real challenge is going to be can you continue
I agree.
that momentum?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sum it up. I think if we can exploit something with the Vlahovic situation, maybe. Because goals are an issue. I'm just a bit. I'm concerned about like whether we will be able to actually pull it off if it's a loan deal. Because like I said, I think it's so difficult. I think Juventus will demand a lot of money from us. Um, Even though they're in a financial situation where it's a bit precarious, but at the same time, it's Man United. I feel like loads of clubs try to take advantage of the fact that we're Man United. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. We will see you soon.
See it.